Hi everyone, Angela here from Gloss Nails. So, unless you have been sleeping under a rock, you all know how absolutely crazy it is out there right now. And since we're walking into the holiday season, let's talk about hectic. So you may not have the time, with how nuts things are, to get into the salon to see me. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a perfect salon quality manicure. So I thought it would be a good idea just to do a super quick tutorial on how to properly paint your nails. I'm not going to be going into how to perform a perfect manicure and prep your nails right now. I'm happy to do a video of that later down the line if you're interested, but this will just be how to paint your nails so that it comes out like you just left the salon. And if you're anything like me, or basically any other woman in the United States, you probably have a huge bucket of nail polish colors, a closet of nail polish colors, maybe tens, maybe hundreds, I don't know. But I'm sure you're dying to use them because you picked out all those colors because you loved them. So it's time to pull one of those bad boys out and test it out on your nails. So there are going to be a couple things that you need today. All of these items you probably have just laying around the house. And then there's 3 optional items I am going to mention. So if you have them, sweet. If you don't and may want to pick them up later at the store, it's only going to make your results even better. So the items you are going to need are a absolutely gorgeous nail polish color from your collection. I picked this beautiful muted purple because I think it's perfect for the transition between fall and winter. And it's just, actually I'd wear it anytime. And it's called Vesper. If any of you guys want this on your nails or toes, definitely ask for it. I haven't used it before, but I think I'm going to love it. Can't wait to use it with you guys. You're also going to need your, what is this? The top coat and the base coat. I have all from Zoya. If you're doing this at home, I would definitely recommend, if you can, to stay within the same brand or line. In some cases, brands don't mix together. So if you are doing this at home, you don't want anything to have a negative reaction, maybe cause irritation, chipping, bubbling, what have you. You will see sometime that nail techs do mix lines, but it's only because they already know that those products do work together and don't have any adverse effects. So just to be on the safe side, I would recommend staying within the same brand. If you can't and you've used those products together before without an issue, they probably do work well together. But for optimum results that can be guaranteed, definitely stay within the same line. But don't let that stop you. So you have your nail polish color, your top coat, and your base coat. You're also going to need your acetone and your alcohol and your nail file. So what's that? 6 items you need. A quick note on your nail file, because it is going on your natural nails, you don't want anything coarser than a 240 grit. Anything coarser than that will cause damage to your natural nails. If you're at a CVS or a Walgreens picking up this file, unfortunately, they don't say the grit on their files. If you do see a grit on one of their files, I would be super surprised, and I'm not sure why they don't, because one of the biggest dangers of doing your nails at home is overfiling. So if you want to be on the safe side, run over to Sally's Beauty Supply. They'll help you out there, and their files actually do say a grit. The brand I would recommend from Sally's is a brand called Cuticle, and I think that their 240 is actually bright yellow as well. I may be wrong. Maybe it's bright green. It's a bright color, and it'll be easy to find. Tropical, and it does say the grit on the file. So those are the items you absolutely need. As I mentioned, they probably are laying around at your house. And there's 3 optional items that I do want to mention. So if you're out later, feel free to pick them up and I'll give you a couple shopping tips. The first optional item is a nail brush. For this guy, it usually runs 20 to 40 cents from me as a professional, but you may be able to get it for $1 at the Dollar Tree as well. I never really look for them. The brush doesn't have to look exactly like this. It's really just to brush impurities off your nails, dust and stuff, so you don't get bumps in your application. But anything with a harder bristle will work, right? So you can get in there and in the sidewalls and get all that dust out. I wouldn't pay more than $1 for something like this. The second optional item is a cleanup brush. So I'm not sure if you can see how thin that is, but this is just a tiny thin brush that allows you to get in and around the cuticles and sidewalls so that if you do have any runnage, you can clean it up. You don't want nail polish going in and around your cuticles. And then last but not least, you guys are probably going to say, why the HE double hockey sticks? Is that optional? Is your cuticle pusher. The reason why I do say this is optional is because if you're at home, you can absolutely push your cuticles back with a file. And in fact, a lot of people do and never use a cuticle pusher when they're doing an at-home manicure. So it's up to you. I do happen to know, though, that you can find these at the Dollar Tree. For $1, obviously, everything there is $1, which is awesome. But the Dollar Tree one is absolutely fine. And as a matter of fact, you can also find pump bottles there to keep your acetone alcohol in. So there are a couple fun nail-like items at the Dollar Tree that I would definitely recommend going there and getting a couple items. They do carry some nail polish colors as well. A little side note when you're buying a nail polish, what is going to allow you to get the best application, regardless of the brand or where you get it, is the brush. So you're going to want a brush that is a little wider and very, very thin. In fact, I actually buy special brushes to put in my nail polish because I love the nail polish brand that I have, but the brush is basically everything and what can make or break an application. So I'm just going to pull this nail polish brush out here to show you. And I don't know if you're allowed to open nail polishes at the store. As soon as they're exposed to air, it starts to cure or harden. But this is a perfect nail polish brush. You see how thin it is on the side and then how wide it is? So this will allow you to get that perfect 3-stroke. But before I give you all the hints and tell you everything you need to know about a perfect salon quality manicure, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm dying to see what this color Vesper looks like. All right, guys, enjoy. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are ready to get your mind blown with the easiest, fastest, and most beautiful nail polish application out there. Before we get started, just a quick public service announcement. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. And of course, when you rebook with Gloss, you get this beautiful gift bag that's actually full of Zoya products. Including a color, which is what we're using today. Not the same color in the gift bag, but a Zoya polish color. So because you guys are super smart, I am pretty sure I don't need to paint 5 nails or 10 nails for you guys to get an idea of the perfect nail polish application. So I have one finger here, and I figured this is what we will use. I did mention it wouldn't be a full manicure video, but there are a couple things that we need to do to prepare your nails for this polish application. So the first thing you want to do is grab your file, your 240 grit, and you want to shape your nail and only move the file in one direction. You don't want to seesaw. And you also want to remove the shine. So shape your nail and remove the shine. Now, the shine is basically just oils on your nail, which you want to get rid of because it will cause chipping. Making sure that you have a dry and dehydrated nail will help increase the length of the application. So we shape the nail, we remove shine. The next thing we want to do is either get your cuticle pusher or your file and push back those cuticles, exposing as much nail estate as we can. And keep your cuticle pusher at a nice angle. You don't want to go like this and dig into the nail. You don't want it to be too flat because you want to get any skin around your cuticles off. So about a 45-degree angle. And once you do that, we have to eliminate the contaminants. So you take your nail brush, put some alcohol on it, and you clean off that nail. Get all in the sidewalls and the cuticle area. Make sure you don't have any dust left. Now, when you use the alcohol to clean off the nail, it also dehydrates the nail, so it's kind of a twofer. Now you're ready to paint. So we're going to start with the most important layer of your polish application, which is the base coat. You want to start with a little drop right about there, and you want to push, push, push to the cuticle. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Push, 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 and pull. And you don't want to forget that free edge. Now, the reason why I mentioned the base coat is the most important part is because nail polish sticks to nail polish. Anywhere that base coat goes, the nail polish will follow. So if you flood your cuticle area with the base coat, the nail polish will likely flood as well. So the next thing we do is take this beautiful color Vesper. And again, we leave a drop right about there. And then I push, push, push to the cuticle area, getting as close as possible. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. And this pillowing technique will ensure that you get as close to the cuticle as possible, just like a salon manicure, without flooding. And you pull back. And don't forget the free edge. By sealing the free edge, you're stopping any type of liquid and moisture from getting underneath the layers of polish, which is also what causes chipping and peeling. So you do your second coat of color, and you drop your little, I guess, bead there, and you push, push, push. The second coat is always much easier because you've already done the hard work, getting close to that cuticle. And you want to be 1/16 of an inch away from the cuticle, or a hair length. Not sure if you can see that. Perfect. And then the top coat, which is just going to float on your nail. You don't want your bristles really touching the nail. It's just going to float. Glide it. Push, glide, glide. You shouldn't get any polish on your brush. If you get polish on your brush, it means you're pushing too hard. And don't forget the free edge. Now, a good hint to know whether your polish application was perfect is by that line right there in the center. Right, you see it? Now, if that line is straight, it shows you that your nail doesn't have any lumps, any bumps, there's no peaks and valley. So if you have a perfect oval like that, or a straight line, that's how you know you have the perfect nail polish application. Now, for cleanup, what you want to do is take your cleanup brush, get a little bit of acetone, and gently go in the areas where you may have gotten some polish. Now, the quality of your cleanup brush is actually pretty important. The best brush that I have ever used is actually this one right here. And I've used a lot of brushes. It's the Twinkle Tea number 2. You can get it on Amazon or at the Twinkle Tea website. I do think it's a buck or two cheaper on Amazon though. And this is it. Here you have it. The perfect nail polish application with the pillowing technique. This hopefully will change your life. If you like this color, come into Gloss and tell me to use Vesper. I have a variety of other muted tones like this in the Zoya collection and my gel polish collections. But I hope this helps improve your nail polish game. And if you do your nails like this, you will have a beautiful, shiny, and gorgeous manicure that your friends will envy. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my chair soon. Bye.